The views and opinions expressed on this program are not necessarily those of this station, JVC Broadcasting Management, or its sponsors.
With so many people living longer, the fear of outliving your money becomes a reality for many of us. Will I be a financial burden? Will I outlive my money? How will I be remembered? My name is Neil Himmelstein, president of Main Street Planning Group. Please contact me by visiting mainstreetplanninggroup.com. That's mainstreetplanninggroup.com, or call 631-647-4694. I will introduce you to strategies that will guarantee you will not outlive your money, that can guarantee you will not be a burden on your loved ones. Through a collaborative approach, we will uncover solutions that offer tax-efficient strategies, lifetime income, and legacy planning, choice, organization, direction, and education. That is the code we stand behind. Contact mainstreetplanninggroup.com. That's mainstreetplanninggroup.com, or call 631-647-4694. And listen to me every Friday at 3 p.m. as I host the Main Street Code for Financial Success, right here on 103.9 LI News Radio. Good afternoon. Welcome to the Main Street Code for Financial Success. I'm your host, Neil Himmelstein. If you need to reach out to me, the best way, 631-647-4694. When we talk about our code, we talk about choice, organization, direction, and education. We help hundreds of advisors across the United States with their insurance planning, whether it be life insurance, annuities, disability, long-term care, or life settlement. You're looking to sell your policy. We are experts in all these different areas, and we have accountants, attorneys, and financial representatives reaching out to us every day for our unique solutions. And everyone has their own solution to what their issues are. So you can't rely on one company to solve all your problems. And especially in this ever-changing environment, you need to be independent, and you need to work with somebody who has an open mind and gives you lots of different options for solving your financial needs and or problems, and take advantage of opportunities. So a lot of the products we have take advantage of opportunities of interest rate right now. I'd rather see you take advantage of an opportunity of an interest rate rather than sitting on the other end and saying, oh, I can't buy a house because the interest rates are too high. Take advantage of the interest rates when you can. So you have to look at it from both sides and all that thing. Today, I really want to talk, it's kind of a negative thing, but I have to talk about it. Our industry, the insurance industry, whether it's life insurance or annuities or even your car insurance, I'm finding insurers are investing more in AI and computers than they are in people. And I'm finding this, if it's in the insurance business, it's in the banking business, it's a prevailing thing in the world today. So from an insurance company perspective, they're buying all this AI technology and this and that, and they're using it to make, let's say, for all kinds of things. And that's why if you call an insurance company today, any type, whether it's auto, home, health, life, disability, and you call that 800 number, they're going to put you on hold. Even if you want to make a doctor's appointment, they put you on hold. They send you to the Philippines. They have a call center. Somebody will get back to you. Somebody really doesn't know who you are or what you're doing. It's some stranger. Very, 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 very upsetting and confounding and difficult to deal with. So what the insurance companies are doing is they're using AI to make medical decisions when you go to apply for life insurance. And how do they do that? Well, they go to all these databases, and there's two things that we're finding with people. One is, I don't go to a doctor. Well, an insurance company's not going to write you because they want to have data on you. And why is that important that you go to a doctor? Well, it's like owning a car and not going for an oil change. They want to know that you get checkups. So even though you feel great and everything's running great, and maybe you haven't seen a doctor in 5 years or 10 years, if you don't go for your checkup, they're thinking you're not getting an oil change. You're due for a breakdown. you're due for a flat tire. You know? And that's how insurance companies look at it. Or the computer finds that you went to this doctor, this doctor, this doctor, this doctor, and the computer makes assumptions based on the doctors you went to. So, for instance, you went to a doctor because your doctor said, go see this doctor. And this doctor prescribed a pill. And that pill may be used for, I have joint pain, or, for instance, let's say, my friend called me this morning and, I'm on steroids because my back has been hurting for 2 weeks. Okay, well, if you're on steroids, prednisone is a common one, or prednisolone, or one of these steroids, the company automatically assumes, okay, he's got a problem. Now, they may have in their computer that you don't get off steroids. Big problem, because they have a lot of side effects. So right away, there's an assumption. Why are they taking this steroid? Are they taking it because they have an asthma attack? Or are they taking it? Now you have a computer making these decisions. Or are they taking because they have a bad back and their back's out of whack? The prescription is prescribed for both. There are prescription drugs that are prescribed for cancer and autoimmune disease. Well, wait a minute. The computer says I have cancer. I've never had cancer. This is a problem. So now, as an insurance professional, as a general wholesaler for all these different insurance companies, I now have to go back and justify why you're taking a certain medication, why you haven't taken it in several years. Why now, the average guy you call 1-800-TERM or call a rep who only has one company doesn't have that knowledge, is not going to dig in and find out what's what to solve that problem. And the problem is he doesn't know, or she doesn't really know how to get to the underwriters of the insurance company to correct it and get you coverage. That's what we're seeing every single day. So the insurance companies are relying on data, and quite often they've fired underwriters or let go of underwriting people that are going to look at this because they're investing the money on the computer side, not on the human side. And the difference with working with Main Street Planning Group is we humanize your situation. We explain it and to the insurance companies and possibly get you coverage where you wouldn't have gotten coverage in the past. So the two notes here are, A, you don't go to the doctor. Now, we have a situation right now with a client, 71 years old. He hasn't seen a doctor in 30 years. There's two insurance companies that won't offer him coverage, period. I had the gentleman, I suggested he go to a doctor and get a checkup, which he did. Everything's good. Okay, great. There's no problems. Then we applied for insurance. And guess what? We got him the best class, as if he walks on water. Okay? Two insurance companies won't offer. I got him an insurance company that not only is going to offer him the lowest price he could possibly get, now, because of the money he's spending, he wants to increase the amount of insurance because it's that much cheaper. So he can offer more to his children than he could if he had just called 1-800. Nobody would have done this. Okay? We do this for people. Every day we do this for people, and every day we have situations. So the message is here that as it gets harder and harder, not only to get coverage, but to get the right coverage, you need that human element. And unfortunately, we have to battle insurance companies to get you the right thing. It's not only getting you the coverage you want, but also if you have a claim, in processing it and making sure that the insurance company pays what they're supposed to pay, whether it's for an auto claim, a disability claim, or even getting you the life proceeds that you deserve as a family, getting you that money, because the computers don't want to pay you. They don't make money by paying you or processing claims. They don't. They make money by not processing claims. So that's why you need to work with somebody who's going to work with you and stay in touch with you and guide you along the way, whether you're putting a policy together or you're making a claim. That's the difference in using us. You're listening to the Main Street Code for Financial Success. My name is Neil Himmelstein. If you want to get a hold of me, the best way is 631-647-4694, and we'll be right back after a commercial. Thank you. Welcome back to the Main Street Code for Financial Success. I'm your host, Neil Himmelstein. If you want to get a hold of me, the best way, 631-647-4694. Listen, if you happen to miss an episode or you want to review an episode, you can always catch me on Spotify or Apple, or go to themainstreetcode.com and check out my last episode or episodes from the past where we cover numerous topics regarding insurance and taxes and financial planning, and sometimes we delve into health and some other areas, but our specialty is handling your insurance needs, whether it's life insurance, disability, long-term care, or annuities. We are completely agnostic. And what do I mean by agnostic? We handle 30 different insurance companies. We are not a career company. We look for solving your solution to the best way we can, getting you the lowest price or the best quality or the best features out of a contract, and offer you solutions, not trying to, A, we're not just trying to give you the best price, we're trying to give you the best solution, and B, we're trying to give you the company that's going to work with what your needs are, not what the insurance company needs are. And I think that's a big mistake. A lot of these career companies that have built themselves up as career companies try and shove down people's throats is they work for a career company, they carry the career company tag, and you know those companies out there, and they specialize in 2 products, and they try and fit those products to you rather than fitting you to what you need. It's complete reverse technology. I mean, that should be done. There's a big problem out there with that, the career mentality. I'm completely independent. And the artificial intelligence that these companies are investing in, rather than people who can help you along the way achieve your goals. And that is so, so important today. Never been more important than today. We get people that are uninsurable with certain companies insured. That's what we do every day. We find solutions with income and annuities and long-term care every day. That's what we do. And I want to talk about guaranteed income. You know, I had a great conversation with a actuary, and I talk to investment people all the time. And you know, the stock market's great. Okay, what do they say? Rising market, rising waters lift all boats or something. Rising tides lift all boats. That's the way the market is. Unfortunately, the market goes up and down. Right now, it's going up. It's great. Everything's wonderful. All these investment guys are geniuses because the market's going up and everything they're putting you in is going up, and that's fantastic. But if you've been around as long as I have, you know that one day it will go down. And can you afford that? So one of the biggest things that people face at retirement is income, because all along pre-retirement, you have an income, so everything's good. Okay, I'm working, I got money coming in. Okay, I can pay my bills, and this and that. All of a sudden, you have this epiphany. You retired, maybe you retired 5 years ago, maybe you're retiring now, and all of a sudden, the money is not coming in, and it causes you to think, well, where am I going to get my next check from so I can pay my bills? You ever think about that? Where's my money coming from? Now, if you're lucky enough and you work for a company and you have a pension and you're on Social Security, well, the pension gives you that income every month. Social Security gives you an income every month. And those are great. And maybe that's enough. Maybe it's not enough. Maybe you got to rely on your investments. But both a pension and Social Security buy something called an annuity. That's what they are. They're annuities. And people don't realize, oh, annuities are bad. No, that's what it is. It's an annuity. They figure out, if you ever look at how Social Security works, you reach a certain age and they pay you more money. Why are they paying you more money? Because you're older and they don't have to pay for as long. That's how an annuity works. That's how an income annuity works. That's what they're buying. A pension, same thing. The older you are, the more money you get. Now, we do a lot of planning with what we call immediate annuities that pay you an income for your entire life. And it's all done by age. The older you are, the higher your income on your asset. So you want to guarantee 5% income, 6% income, 7%, 9% income. All depends on your age. The older you are, the higher the income. Now, a lot of people have 401ks and they want that income, but they don't have a pension. So a lot of 401ks or IRA money, we can create with some of that lump sum of money an income forever. I'm not saying take all of it and create an income. Maybe you want to. That's what they do with pensions. Maybe you want to take part of it and leave the rest to grow in an investment. I'm going to tell you that income payment actuarially works better than most investments because it's guaranteed. Guaranteed. You can guarantee it for 10 years, 20 years, 30 years, or for the rest of your life. You know what? It's hard to make decisions when you're 80 years old and 90 years old when you're not working and you're out of options. But when that check comes in every month, okay, I don't have to think about it. It's coming in. Just like Social Security, it's coming in. You know, unless the government gets rid of Social Security, which it's not going to do. But again, you know, there's always these concerns and political. But at the end of the day, that's what Social Security is. You've bought a future income and they buy this annuity and they pay you this money. And they put some increases in it and do some other things. But at the end of the day, that's what it is. So a permanent income stream is the most crazy, unbelievable thing that insurance companies do, and they figured out. Now, if it's money that's not in an IRA or a 401k, let's say you have it in a CD, and you're taking an income from it. I can beat a CD every single day of the week with a fixed annuity or an income annuity. Why? The CD is taxable every year. If you have an income annuity and it's money that's, you know, sitting in a money market or outside, they give you a big tax savings. If a lot of your money is principal that you're getting back in income, you're not taxed on it. People don't realize that. CD, you're taxed on any income you pull out of it, but not in the annuity. What they do is they take part of it is principal and part of it is income. Now, the older you are, the more principal the IRS considers it. So most of that money is going to be tax-free. So if you're 80 and you buy an immediate annuity, maybe you're only going to get taxed on 10% of your income. Now, 10% of your income, and if you're in a low bracket, is very minimal compared to being taxed 100% on all of your income. So very tax favorable. And a lot of people will create an income stream. Let's say they have a lump sum of money because they sold a house or a business. They'll buy one of these, and then they'll buy some life insurance with the income and leave that asset behind tax-free to their heirs instead of leaving a taxable asset, and have an income on top of it, over and above. Have like a 5% income plus. Have that asset completely replaced tax-free to their heirs. And let me tell you something. It's a lot easier to leave a life insurance policy to your heirs than a house or a building. Here's what happens when you leave a house with nothing else to your family, which is very common. Okay, the house is paid for. Great. I got all these things in a house, and I got 3 kids. Who's going to fight over the things? 3 kids. I want them to share it. Well, one kid wants to sell that stuff. Another kid has a sentimental attachment. What do you do with that stuff? Give them all a check. They'll all be happy. How do you do that? You buy life insurance. Very simple thing. That's why we need it. Even if you think you don't need coverage because your house is paid for, you have enough income. So important in vital planning. You've been listening to the Main Street Code for Financial Success. I can go on and on about this. Listen to my episode next week and you'll hear more. Thank you. Have a great weekend, everybody.
The views and opinions expressed on this program are not necessarily those of this station, JVC Broadcasting Management, or its sponsors.